Hello and welcome to the first preseason game here at the Toronto Maple Leafs. As you can see going by right now, that is the projected lineups with James Reimer starting tonight. And there is the top pairings. As here we are set for hockey tonight with the Tampa Bay Lightning versus the Toronto Maple Leafs in the ACC. A near sellout crowd, which is surprising for a preseason game, but it is the Toronto Maple Leafs. And everybody here is excited to see the new season go underway. Toronto has decided to go with many young guns in the forward lineup, at least, with majority of the defensive pairings involving players in contention for roster spots. There is one player looking for a roster spot, Mark Fraser. Starting goaltenders Riku Helenius for the Tampa Bay Lightning and James Reimer for the Toronto Maple Leafs, both with no stats, of course, as this is the first game. So here we go for puck drop, and the preseason is underway. The Tampa Bay Lightning won the draw, and is back to Hedman and back to Carl. Carl going down the wing. Into Stamkos, and Stamkos rips a slap shot, but it is saved by James Reimer with the blocker. Now Ashton with the puck, and he looks like he does take a shot, and Riku Helenius had to come out a fair bit to save that shot. John Michael Ellis takes the puck away, and now with Fraser. Now again, Ashton up the right-hand side, and that's and backhander off the bar. That's got to be tough for Ashton, looking to impress the coaches, especially Randy Carlyle, as he is a power forward and could be a vital player. And oh my gosh, Matt Carl just scored. How did he do that? That looked like a very weak backhander. John Michael Lyles was covering him. It didn't look like that was going to be much. Let's take another look at this. Oh, wow. It just looked like James Reimer wasn't ready for that. A surprising backhander goal, and it is now 1-0 with not even 5 minutes gone yet. Eric Brewer now with the puck, and he's just going to dump that in. And Troy Bodie got to the puck there. Now he's a grinder looking to possibly get in a few fights to impress Randy Carlyle and crew. Now Keith Ollie, former Toronto Maple Leaf player as well as Calgary, was acquired by Tampa in a trade that sent Carter Ashton to Toronto. As you will see probably a fair bit of both players here tonight. Now Toronto getting the puck around in their own zone. TJ Brennan with the puck now. He's also looking to impress Randy Carlyle. And that's just going to be a save. Oh, and TJ Brennan takes a tripping penalty by the looks of things. Yes, and that's going to not impress too many staff, that's for sure. Troy Bodie and Trevor Smith out, and that's a big hit. I'm not too sure who took that hit, but it was definitely Martin St. Louis on the receiving end of that hit, for sure. Now, Mark Fraser just dumps the puck, and it is likely that there will be a defensive pairing change. Oh no, there is not actually, and that's a big hit. Martin St. Louis taking a fair few shots, but that's a goal! It is now 2-0, Ryan Malone with the goal. A power play goal. And oh boy, here we go. Walker D'Amigo. D'Amigo looking to impress. He's a sniper, but he's also got a few fists on him, that's for sure. Oh, and D'Amigo throwing a few haymakers. Tossing and turning. And there's another punch. Some more. An uppercut from Walker. A missed punch from D'Amigo. Punch. Oh, uppercut. And down goes D'Amigo. Looked like D'Amico was trying to rile up the fans and his players, but it didn't turn out so well. As you can see, D'Amico was the one who initiated the fight. Walker agreed, and now the top left winger for the Toronto Maple Leafs preseason roster is out for 5 minutes. Drouin is also looking to impress Tampa Bay Lightning staff with a strong performance, as he was selected 3rd overall in last year's draft. No recent draftees from the Toronto Maple Leafs. Oh, and how did he miss that? Oh my goodness, wide open net. Riku Lenius was way out of position. How did he miss that? And Reimer, no, he's not going to stop the play, and that's surprising, as he's also looking to impress. A lot of players for the preseason are actually looking to impress, except for the few exceptions of people like Hedman, Carlisle, St. Louis, the guys who you know are going to be on the roster. And that's a big hit from Paul Ranger. Steps up and demolishes the veteran right winger Martin St. Louis. And that's a giveaway from Brennan to Stamkos, and they're just going to dump it in. Ranger now with the puck. Looks like he's going to carry it out of the zone. Passes it up to Greg McKegg. And that's a nice wrist shot, and Riku Helenius is just going to hold on to that. And now it looks like there's a little scrum in front of the net with McKegg and Hedman. Oh, and there's going to be a penalty. Actually, sorry, it wasn't Hedman. It was Keith Ollie. Keith Ollie's going to go to the box for roughing, I believe. Unnecessary roughing after the whistle, that's for sure. Gave him a couple of little extra shots, and ref noticed that, and he's going to go to the box. 2 minutes for roughing. Now, Toronto's power play needs to convert here. Get some momentum back here as they're down 2-0. And oh, Reimer misses the puck there, and they're going to have to dump it a bit. Carlisle now with the puck. Skating it back and forth, trying to... Oh, and that's a big hit! Was that Greg McKegg on the hit? No, it wasn't, actually. I don't think it was. No, it was Trevor Smith. That was a big hit. Now Lyle's back to retrieve the puck. Less than 2 minutes now, and that's a bad pass from Michael Lyles. Overshot Carter Ashton. And again, Tampa Bay clears it. Not the best power play so far for Toronto. They haven't even been able to set up shop yet. And another bad pass, this time from Brennan to Ashton. My word, Toronto needs to get some momentum going. And oh my! Trevor Smith had a good chance on goal, but he's just stripped of the puck. Now Reimer's just going to dump that out, and I don't think, Lee caught that puck, and that's going to be cleared. A big hit from Fraser. That's not going to do much. 10 seconds now left in the period. Not much that Toronto can do besides clear the puck and hope that Tampa Bay doesn't do anything. And Trevor Smith's just going to dump it, and that's going to be the end of the period. We are back for the beginning of the second period, and it is underway. Steven Stamkos again with the draw win. It's just not really fair with Steven Stamkos up against the likes. Oh my goodness! Martin St. Louis was just demolished again. My word. St. Louis missing a helmet, and he gets decked again. St. Louis, how is he getting up from all of this? He's been decked many, many times. I think he's at least taken 5 or 6 good shots so far. Oh, and that's going to be a penalty. That was a check from behind for sure from Carter Ashton, I believe. St. Louis again gets wrecked. Oh my. St. Louis, they should take him off. He's looking hurt. He's going to be black and blue by the end of this. Malone now with the puck. Circles back around. Out to St. Louis. Back to Carl. And St. Louis scores! St. Louis off of the rebound shot from Matt Carl. Picks it up and just slots it into the back of the net. Guess they shouldn't take him off. He's been playing phenomenally. And here's another fight. Troy Bodie and Walker again. Looks like round 2 for Walker. This time against Bodie. And there's a nice fist. Oh, and looks like they're about tied now. And now they start to grapple. Oh, haymakers! Haymakers from Bodie, and Walker's gonna go down! Once they held on to each other, it was just fisticuffs from Bodie. Just haymakers being thrown, and he's celebrating. He's trying to get people pumped. They're down 3-0 in early second period. They still got time. He's trying to get a roll started. That's what he's here to do. He's here to get energy. He's here to check people and fight. He's a grinder. That's what he does. Another draw loss from Toronto. I don't think they've won a draw yet. They need to have better draw production from those players if they want to get some roster spots. Now Kenny Ryan with the puck, and looks like he's gonna lose the puck. Yes, he will. Oh no, he won't. It's retrieved by Brennan, and that's gonna be a block shot by his own player. And now it looks like a 2-on-1. And big hit from Ranger. Oh my word! Paquette just got demolished. My word, and here's Kucherov. That's a nice block shot from, I believe, Brennan there. Around the net now. Oh, and another big hit. Toronto was just laying the heads. That time it was Joe Colburn. These guys are showing why they should be on this team. They know that Randy Carlyle loves the big hits, and they're delivering it. Also with their new general manager, Kyle Cushman. He also likes the big hitters. And he's also one of the people who decides who stays up and who goes down. Komarov now with the puck. He hasn't... Oh, a spinner ram in the background from the slot. Oh, and the rebound was almost scored on by, I believe that was Carter Ashton. And there's another shot. Sorry, I think that was actually Jerry D'Amico with the rebound shot. And St. Louis gets hit again. How was this guy getting up after all of this? Oh, and that looked like a check from behind from Malone, but no call. St. Louis now. And that was a nice wrister, and Reimer's just going to hold on to that one. That's Colburn now out for the draw. It looks like a second line versus second line. And that's going to be another draw loss. Carl whiffed on the shot, went straight to Walker, and Walker just completely missed the net. Walker now with the puck. Out. I'm not too sure who did that shot, and Drouin almost scored there. Drouin just barely missed that. And Lyles, oh, what? It's in! Killhorn with the deflection. Goal. I'm not too sure how that really happened at all. It looked like it was batted in after the clearance attempt. And Carl just took a weak shot, and it looked like it just somehow found its way through. Now 4-0, Toronto's getting thumped here. Reimer isn't playing the best. That's definitely not good for the goaltender battle that they have going here. And that's another goal! Martin St. Louis showing why he should be the captain. It's now 5-0. 2 goals for Martin St. Louis. Stamkos with a fair few assists. Usually he's the goal scorer, but not today at least. Stamkos now with the puck, and he's stood up and knocked off the puck, but he's able to regain it. And that's another big hit on Martin St. Louis. Martin, how is he staying up after all of this? Mark Fraser now with the puck, up to Colburn, and through, and that's just going to be a dumping of clearance, and that is not going to be a icing. I'm surprised. It looked like it was. And St. Louis is just going to clear that, and that's going to be the end of the period. And we are back here for the third and final period, unless somehow Toronto brings a comeback. And it looks like they're going to try to start it here. Fraser versus Malone. And Malone gets a few good punches, and then that's a third good punch. And Fraser grapples onto him. Oh, and that's another good punch. Fraser is only connected on 2 punches so far. And there's another one. And Fraser is down. Malone just dominated that fight. It's surprising too, as Fraser is a fairly good fighter. And Fraser not looking the best tonight. Besides a couple of hits, he's been quite quiet. And yes, it was Fraser who instigated that fight. I'm not surprised, as Toronto looks to try to get back a few goals, and Toronto's not won a single face-off yet, making 13 in a row that they've lost. That's not the best. And now, not too sure what was going on there. He was just looking for some spacing. Carl with a... Whoa, that was a real... Oh! Dangles from St. Louis. Reimer with an amazing save. Now up to Carter Ashton. A deke. Checked. That's not going to stop him. And that's a goal! Carter Ashton. 5-1 now, Toronto. He's not going to celebrate after that. That's a good guy. He's smart, didn't celebrate. They're just still down by 4. Carter Ashton's first goal of the preseason from Toronto. And he just got into the slot and just fired. There's lots of people in there. Riku Helenius didn't have much of a chance, and there goes his shutout. And another draw loss for Toronto. Jeez, they're just not doing well. And that's going to be a dub from Keith Ollie. And the puck is going to be, no, it's given away to Drouin, and Kevin Marshall now with the puck. He's been quite silent. He hasn't played that much on the third line deep pair yet. That's going to be offside. Oh, and a late shot from Marshall. Maybe he didn't hear the whistle. And they're going to drop the gloves now. Keith Ollie and Kevin Marshall. Marshall isn't really known as much of a fighter. And Keith Ollie, he's already gotten in a fight already today, I believe. Looks like an even fight so far. And Kevin Marshall is just going, throwing in some haymakers. And he's going to win the fight. Kevin Marshall threw a few good haymakers, got Keith Ollie off balance, pushed him back, and then got the final blow in there. Not too sure why Kevin Marshall shot the puck after the whistle. Maybe he didn't hear. I'm not too sure. But Keith Ollie came after him because it was definitely after the whistle. And Komarov now to the center, and another draw loss. Toronto needs to get some face-off production from some of their players, because some of these, definitely the majority of these players. Oh, and that's a big hit from John Michael Lyles. That looked like almost it was to the head. It'll be interesting to see if Brendan Shanahan will have to say anything about that after the game. We'll have to see if there's any disciplinary action taken against John Michael Lyles there. And there, I think that's the first draw win from Toronto, with Joe Colburn winning the draw there. And Kenny Ryan, oh, John Michael Lyles with the big slap shot. That probably would have been a one-timer if he was a right-handed player, but he is not, so. John Michael Lyles does have a good slap shot as well. Now Fraser with the puck. Oh no, he missed it. Killhorn now with the puck. Big hit from Colburn, and that was almost deflected in. Troy Bodie now up to Kenny Ryan. Kenny Ryan, quick, a deke, tried to get around him, but didn't work. I believe Killhorn now with the puck, now to Brewer. Brewer up to Malone. Malone looking for some space on the right side. And that's a big, bone-crushing hit from Mark Fraser. He hasn't shown up much today, but he's definitely delivered some big hits. And now looks like Matt Carl, I believe, is getting in some fisticuffs with Carter Ashton. No gloves are dropped, but that was definitely interesting. We'll see if that has anything to do with later on in the final 8 minutes of this game. Thompson now up to Kucherov, and Kucherov is stood up, and the puck goes into the corner. TJ Brennan now tried to get it up to Biggs, but that didn't work. Now Smith with the puck, and he's just going to take a quick shot, deflected to McKegg, and McKegg takes a shot, and that's deflected too. And there's going to be a penalty against McKegg tripping by the looks of things. That's not good, and that was a big hit in center ice. I'm not too sure who delivered that. I think it may have been Fraser again. Fraser's had a fair few big hits today. And Komarov deflects that, and it goes over the boards, over the glass. And that's going to be another face-off. That actually broke Fraser's stick. It was that powerful. Hedman now with the puck, looking to try to get it in. He's hit, but he was able to get it off to Matt Carl, his deep pair. That deep pair is going to be very good for Tampa Bay this year, as Hedman takes a shot. And that's deflected by Joe Colburn. And now they're on a rush. Up to Komarov. Komarov with a shot, and that's a great glove. Not glove. A blocker save from Riku Helenius. And now that's the whistle. And oh my goodness! Fraser took a run at Martin St. Louis after the whistle. That will probably at least be a fine or possibly a suspension for him. That's definitely not good. I'm sure they're already taking a look at that hit. And oh my goodness, Riku Helenius, you need to be careful. He almost put that in his own net. Especially, I'm surprised that actually wasn't penalty, and that's another big hit. Who was that? That was Trevor Smith on Malone, I think. But now Malone, 3-on-1. And that's a big blocker save from James Reimer. That's one of his only highlights today. He hasn't been standing out at all. Now Trevor Smith, a deke to the outside, cuts back in. Still with the puck somehow. Stops, turns, into the slot, back and forward. Oh, what a save! Riku Helenius with another lights out save. He has been undeniably brilliant tonight. Now John Michael Isles with a wrist shot, and that's going to be a save from Riku. And that's going to be stopped for a stoppage in play.
Ashton's shoving indicates he wants a little more than just a little push. Now, Bill, I thought we were going to have one there. I guess not.
This is kind of a no
Sam Carrick out. That's the first time we've really seen him. He was once out for the power play, but that wasn't very long. And we haven't really seen much of the third D pair and the fourth line. It looks like Randy Carlisle's going to send them out here for the final minute of the game. And that was a nice deke to the outside from Spencer Abbott. And another shot. Spencer Abbott could possibly be a top 6 forward for the Toronto Marlies this year. Oh my goodness, and another late hit. Kevin Marshall this time. The Toronto Maple Leafs need to learn some discipline. I'm sure that Randy Carlisle isn't happy with this, and that's going to be a penalty. Definitely not good. It is now 5-1 with less than 25 seconds to go now. It is obviously going to be a Tampa Bay win. And that's just really sad, as Toronto can't be taking these kind of penalties. It's not going to be good for them, especially in the long run, that's for sure. And now with 5 seconds left, a big hit, but it's not going to do much. And that's going to be the end of your game. 5-1 for the Toronto, sorry, not for the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Tampa Bay Lightning.
It's over. Tampa Bay score.
Breaking news out of Toronto. Mark Frazier has been suspended 2 games for this late hit on Martin St. Louis. Take a look. When asked about this hit in an interview, this is what Shanahan had to say. This was an illegal body check. Multiple rules were broken when Mark Frazier delivered this hit. The check was after the whistle. The check was with intent to injure. The check was aimed at the head. The check was on a defense's player. The check was delivered when the player did not have control of the puck. Therefore, we have agreed to give Mark Frazier of the Toronto Maple Leafs a 2-game suspension. Also, Brendan Shanahan had fined Kevin Marshall $2,500 for this late hit as well. When asked in the same interview about this hit and his decision to fine Kevin Marshall, this is what he had to say. This was also an illegal body check. It also broke multiple rules. The check was after the whistle. The check was delivered on a defensive player. The check was with intent to injure. Therefore, we have agreed to give Kevin Marshall a $2,500 fine. Now, I'd like you to answer these questions in the comments. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. It took a while to make, and goodbye.